Welcome back, anyone who happens to be watching. Would you please Yumina the Ethereal? I've taken my dinner break, and now I'm back because I just, very interested in, what's going on right now. So, I don't think I really need to do a recap. We, went to go, well, I'm gonna say something anyways. So we went to go save Yumina, but then we fought, Kurakawa in a giant mech, and then they teleported away, and now we teleported after him. And I think we're going to the Oracle. Dots. This is not the Oracle. When I open my eyes, I'm no longer in the base. There's unfamiliar scenery around me. Metal walls are lit by a pale light. The air is stale. We're surrounded by unfamiliar machinery. The closest thing I can think of to liken this place is a manufacturing plant. This is a man-made world with not a hint of nature anywhere. The space is bigger than even the gym at Jinbu Academy. But even though the ceiling is up so high, I have to crane my neck to see it. There are no windows on the outside. Are we in an underground cave, or is this something different? Hope we don't have to fight him again. Yumina, hey Kurakawa, let her go. What is your mission anyways? Kurakawa is still in his armed suit. He's leaning on a nearby pillar for support. But his machine is still as damaged as before. If this turns into a fight, we'll win decisively. Yumina seems to have enough spirit left to make a fuss too. Yes, somebody please explain. Come on, Anyhow, the important thing right now is to take him down. I'm going to make you explain everything after this, so for now, I'll fight. The armed suit prepares for battle, creaking with every move. We also ready our weapons. Oh yeah, we haven't really told Yumina that yet. Just a little more and we'll have Yumina back. We're about to take down the final barrier. That means this is the last battle. Except probably not. I still my mind and take a stance. Exclamations? Or is it? Powerful voice stops us in our tracks. We turn toward the new voice all at once. Okay. First thing I noticed, his eyes are different. Second thing I noticed, that guy has pointed ears. Yup. So, it's no longer the future, I suppose. It is either Otherworld or aliens. There's a man standing there. He's wearing a strangely designed coat. His face is wrinkled, so he must be quite old. Next to him stands a young man. He has a healthy complexion, giving me this impression that he's a lively sort of guy. That voice must have belonged to the younger guy. He's looking down at us with a composed look on his face. Who are you? Don't worry, we can take him. Probably not. The old man, whose name is apparently Ezel. Wait, actually. Okay, yeah, Ezel. The commanding tone in his voice and the sharp look in his eye are enough to make even an outsider like me cringe. Kurakawa bows his head to Ezel. The old man apparently ranks higher than even a secretary of the Terran government. Space. We're in space. Wait. So that just means that the Oracle is just another planet. Huh, okay.
ありがとうございます。
I feel like I'm taking this... Yep. Dots. Kurakawa's defiant attitude has evaporated. He gets down from his armed suit and faces Easel. Kurakawa called Easel a captain, and Easel mentioned a battleship. So we're inside a ship of some kind. I don't feel any movement from waves, though, so it has to be a very big ship. So Kurakawa's mission was to bring Yumina here. Oh yeah, I didn't even think that it could be on the sea, but, no. It's not. It's not. We're not on Earth.
さて、君が緑下ユミナか。
Easel addresses Yumina next. Yumina didn't expect that to happen. She's too stunned to reply. Then I steps forward and answers for Yumina.
アリウト・グムラリンス、緑下ユミナおよび黒川キララに随行し、ただいま帰還した。
I's name is not I. Good to know. I'm still gonna refer to her as I. I? What did you just say? Actually, yeah, what did you say? I wasn't listening. Okay, yep.
君の任務は黒川キララの監視と聞いているが、彼女らをこの船に招いたのは命令に従ってのことかね。
いいえ、私の独断によること。故に地球政府とは協調が取れず、このような事態に至った。それだけ。
I hope we get to see I's ears. I want to see if she's an elf. Or whatever these are.
まあいい。我々にはそちらの決定に異を唱える必要も権利もない。
それで時間はずれたが、ユミナは予定通りここまで来たわけだ。
Kara's tone is challenging. Easel is in a higher position than even Kurakawa, but she doesn't seem at all intimidated by his authority. What is their relationship, I wonder?
ユミナ以外のイシリアル、我々はどうする？地球政府の意向通り、生徒会長以外は強制送還か？
いや、その必要はない。連邦本部に報告の後、我が船で受け入れよう。
Oh yeah, I was thinking while I was eating that we left everyone else behind. They're probably dead.
しかし、それは
柔軟な対応というものだ。任務のみに固執する必要はない。
わかりました。
With that exchange out of the way, the mood gets a little lighter. I don't understand half of what they were talking about, but it seems we're allowed to be on the ship. The young man accompanying... He looks kind of funny. The young man accompanying Easel approaches us, followed by several people who seem to be soldiers of some kind. They're nothing like the soldiers from the Terran government army, though.
お前が緑下ユミナだな。生徒会大戦で優勝した地球最強のイシリアルってわけか。
Guys, I think we're in space.
はい、そうです。生徒会長の緑下ユミナです。
俺は G だ。G だ頑張っぞ。この戦艦の戦闘部隊長だ。でもってあの G さんが戦艦ゼーレルムの艦長イゼル・ゼーレルム。覚えておけよ。
はあ、なぜに戦艦？
それについてはちゃんと説明する。ちっこいのたちもついてきな。
Did he just call Kirara a little one? Yes, he did. He must be me. Oh boy, I thought I was pretty average, yet he called me a little one.
ほうほう、あいつの友達か。面白いやつだな。名前は？
I feel like he and Ayumu are probably maybe gonna get along. Actually, I'm Ayumu. Pleased to meet you.
立ち話はそれくらいにしておけ。君たちには一度環境に来てもらう。
Actually, he has pointed ears, but he doesn't, so... Maybe it's like Mass Effect. Except, not. Meh. You know what I mean.
倉川司令は医務室で休みたまえ。アームスーツもこちらで修理させておこう。その後、ジオフロント基地へ送り届ける。
ありがとうございます。では。
We leave the gigantic room escorted by members of the crew. Kurakawa is taken off to the sick bay, wherever that is, and we head for the bridge with Easel and Zied. We start walking down a long corridor. That's... Oh, I forgot to start my timer. Oh. Oh well. Is now a good time for questions? After we ride an elevator and end up in another corridor, I gather my courage and speak to one of the crew members. Since this seems like a long trip, I figure that talking on the way is a good idea. Kirara and I are walking in silence, but for some reason I don't want to ask them.
ものによるな。今答えられるのだったら答える。
Zieda answers in a cheerful tone. He seems a good bit older than us, and I think he's easy to talk to. Anyway, I've got to think of something to ask. I could ask about the ship. Walking along with the crew like this is pretty overwhelming to me. I mean, it's huge. I can't believe I'm actually on a ship considering how big it is. We pass big spaces with trees planted here and there, as if it's some kind of futuristic city. I could ask about that, but there's something I want to know more urgently. That Kurakawa guy is one of the leaders of the Terran government, but is your captain his superior?
ああ、そうだ。地球政府の上位組織に所属してるからな。
Uh-huh. Then that means the whole thing with selecting Ethereals in the Student Council War.
俺たちの組織の命令だ。
Zieda answers frankly and to the point. I thought they might be the people behind the deception of the students, but rather than anger, I feel bewilderment. I mean, what kind of organization could be more important than the Terran government?
人部学園はイシリアルと呼ばれる異能力者の養成機関として建てられた。そして生徒会大戦は最も優秀なイシリアルを決定するために連邦の意思によって開かれているのだ。地球政府はそれを管轄する役目を与えられており、さらに学園長の琴無や一部の教師が実動部隊として動いているわけだ。
私の知らない間にスケールが果てしなくなってる。
Yep. Yumina mutters under her breath, but in the truth I can't really keep up myself. I can see the basic outline, but the details escape me. For instance, there's one word he said that bothers me. Well then, what's this federation? What kind of organization is it?
それは現実を見る方が早いだろうな。
Jeez, they just keep delaying what's I'm hoping is obvious, because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna feel really dumb. Up ahead, Easel stops. The crew makes way for us, and I see we've arrived at a door. Strangely shaped door. It's even more peculiar than the things I've seen in Geofront. But there's no point in hesitation. I walk up toward the door. Is the bridge on the other side of this door?
見る方が早いって、軍隊なんて見てもわかんないわよ。
I suppress my anxiety and walk on. The door senses our presence and opens up in front of us. On the other side, I find something I can't believe. Huh? I don't understand what he can't believe. At first, I don't quite understand what's wrong with this picture exactly. There are many monitors and consoles, and crew members are manning them. In the center, there's a grand-looking chair. That must be Easel's command chair. The walls surrounding the bridge as well as the ceiling are transparent. That's why I can see what lies outside. I haven't seen any windows even since we entered the Geofront base, so I figured I'd finally be able to see the sky again. But I don't. There's blackness outside the window. I'm looking at a starry sky. No, wait. This is no sky. This is... space?
じゃあ、何よ。下の方にある青いのは。
We talk about a long distance. This is no longer at the level of strange. This is another world. This is a world I only know from stories. It's something that should have nothing to do with me.
改めて紹介しよう。今、銀河連邦軍所属。遊撃戦闘型宇宙戦艦、ゼーレルムだ。
Plot twist space. I still don't understand why, though. We got the who, we got the what, we just don't got the why. We don't got the doshite. Probably mispronounced that slightly. What is this? Oh, hey, look, it's Mino. Hopefully, they are okay. At least Mino. And Naruto. Tomori's there's Verdadia. Is that the... Oh, there's Yami. You know, this almost seems like credits. But I feel fairly confident that there's more. That something's really wrong. What is that? Is that a giant crystal? I want to know why we're seeing credits stuff right now, though. I mean, I kind of get it, but I'm just wary. Okay, we're fine. After a night in the room I've been given, I finally feel calm again. They probably didn't explain anything yet because they're considerate of us. Kind of panicked in this unforeseen situation. What did you do? I mean, space, all of a sudden. First my friend got taken, then I learned that I had some kind of special power, and in the end I found myself in this place. Even so, I've managed to sort out my feelings a little. I've got to listen to what they have to say and get a grip on my situation. I've got to protect Yumina, and also the chief, and when I recall how she behaved, I paused to think. Yesterday, she said she'd returned, which means she was with these people to begin with. Actually, that explains a lot. She's always seemed a little weird from the moment I met her, and I sometimes got the feeling she had support. It was my own negligence that I put her down as a slight oddball. Still, she's not an enemy, I think. I helped us get Yumina back from Kurakawa. But what if that was only a scheme to get us to come here? Ugh. Maybe it's because I'm impatient, or maybe I'm just insecure. I'm starting to doubt everything. Even the chief. Hey, no. Don't doubt Kirara. Considering how I acted, I don't think Kirara was one of them. But she seemed to know a lot, so I don't really think she's one of us either. Well, yeah, she's not one of us. Well, not, you know, not a bystander, civilian. Yeah, that's what I mean. Main reason we're here in the first place is the student council war, and Kirara was the one who got us involved in that. Plus, she used pretty overbearing measures at the time. Okay, now Okay, here's my new theory. What if Kirara is from the future? And that thing, the picture that had Yumina and Kirara in had them together as friends was from the future, like the alternate timeline future, and then whatever is going to happen to the universe, like, happens, and then Kirara's like, I gotta go back. And Yumina wasn't able to help because she didn't have the training because she didn't participate in the Student Council War or something like that. But if that's true, then what happened to the original Kirara that should have been in this timeline? That's the question for that theory, I think. Plus, she used pretty overbearing measures at the time. Who do I trust, and who do I doubt? If I get this wrong, I'm in no position to protect Yumina. There won't be a safe place in the entire universe. The situation's not looking very good. I heave a sigh.
Ayumu, 起きているか?
Yes. Chief? Yeah, I woke up a short while ago. I opened the door for Kirara. She looks as calm as always, without any sign of distraction.
昨日はよく眠れたか?
Yeah, I was pretty tired after all.
そうか。まあ、眠れたのはいいことだ。これから環境で事態の説明をしてくれるそうだ。行くぞ。
Well, you're not getting an explanation. You probably know everything already. What about Yumina?
そっちはおきつが迎えに行っている。
I'm about to ask if we can trust her, but then I decide against it. She's one of us, so I shouldn't have to ask. Kirara looks at me and chuckles. Okay, let's go. I put on my jacket and leave the room with Kirara. They're all still wearing their school uniforms, really? We're not going to get upgrades? If they're going to explain things to us, then so much the better. Information is what I need right now. I need to know more if I'm going to make any decisions. I walk down the corridor alongside Kirara. I don't know what to talk about, so I remain silent.
意外と落ち着いているようだな。
I'm not. Pretty shaken, actually. Not as much as yesterday, though.
一晩寝ただけで、ある程度の落ち着きが取り戻せるなら十分だ。
A night.
どうした?
I've kind of lost track of time. It all seems unreal to me. My watch tells me a lot of time has passed, though. I wonder if this is what having jet lag is like.
お前なら時期になれる。適応力が高いことは見てきたからな。
So this is the new hub. I wonder if our new map is like, hey, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. That must be because of my old man's training. I wonder if he knew this was going to happen. You seem to be used to it already, Chief.
私をお前などと一緒にするな。時間の感覚を合わせることなど、さして難しいことではない。
Hey guys, hey, I think that's hinting. I think that's hinting at something that I just mentioned before. If you say so. What if she already knows how to live in space? The question sticks in my throat. I'm afraid of voicing my doubts. Doubts.
ん? どうした? やはり、一晩程度ではまともに回復できていなかったか?
No, I'm fine. Let's go. I keep walking even though I'm still uncertain. When I step onto the bridge, I'm overcome by vertigo. There are countless stars, even if I do see them through a screen. This is unlike any place I know.
昨日はよく眠れたかね?
I'm just wondering why why Ayumu hasn't even commented on his ears yet. Yeah, I mean, yes, sir. Thank you for providing me with a room.
下手に出ることはないぞ、歩。この程度、当然のことだ。
そうだな。意図せぬこととはいえ、手荒なまれになったのはこちらの落ち度だ。それなりの対応をせねば申し訳がない。
そういうことだ。
Oh. Even so, I feel the need to show restraint despite Kirara's haughty attitude.
失礼なことを考えている顔だな。
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I look away from her. She's as sharp as ever. Arg. The way she grins is bad for my heart. I take another look at the bridge. It seems a calm enough place. Maybe a warship, but that doesn't mean there's tension here 24/7. There are both men and women among the crew. Zieda, the guy we met yesterday, is here too. He waves at me.
遅れちゃってごめんね。
Then Yumina arrives. She seems strangely cheerful. Does she even know what's going on?
遅かったな。何かあったか？
ユミナがなかなか起きなかったこと以外は特に何も。
You sure took it easy?
だってなんかふかふかのベッドだったのよ。いい匂いもしたし。
Okay.
ちゃんとリラックスしてもらえたみたいですね。よかった。
And to think I just... never mind.
あなたはこの船の統括オペレーターを担当していますファルワー・ゼーレルムです。
ほう。
はい、どうもご丁寧に。生徒会長だと思う緑下由美奈です。はい、存じていますよ。
How did you pronounce that again?
この船の統括オペレーターを担当していますファルワー・ゼーレルムです。
Falwa? I'm gonna call her Foul. Falwa? I don't know. Falwa smiles at Yumina's awkward reply. What intrigues me, though, is her name. You said her name was Celerm. Glance over at the captain. He also used that name, and it's what the ship is called as well.
はい、イゼル艦長は私の父です。
Plot twist.
そうなんだ。
Yumina, I bet you don't even try remembering people's names.
失礼な、覚えられてないだけよ。ちゃんと覚えようとはしたわ。
Yumina sticks her chest out in a pride gesture, though she really doesn't have anything to be proud of. I mean, she's Yumina.
さて、人も揃ったことだし、説明をしてもらおうか。
部長にそれが必要？
私とてあまり深い状況までは知らない。地上で神武学園に何か秘密があることは察したが、どれだけ手を尽くしても得られる情報には限度があった。
Uh-huh.
そう。
There's a strange tension. There's a strange tension between Kirara and I. There may yet be something going on with them. But if what she just said is true, then Kirara's been investigating the secret of Jinbu Academy. In that case, our meeting on that day was a coincidence. Anyone would have done as their candidate for the Student Council War. But this is Kirara we're talking about. There's no telling what's true or not.
さて、どこから話せばいいか。
Once Captain Nizel sees that we've calmed down, he opens his mouth. Start with the reason. Why did you bring us, or rather, why did you bring Yumina to this place?
ちょっと、歩む？
I step forward as if to shield Yumina with my body. Some people react to the hard tone of my voice, but I don't pay them any mind.
へえ、あまりこっちを信用してない態度だな。
True, you seem to be somewhat more wholesome than that Kurakawa fellow. But there's such a thing as the carrot and the stick approach. Who's to say that this isn't part of an elaborate plan?
ふん、怪獣か。
怪獣ね。
ユミナのは多分違うと思う。
Yumina is as good as always at misunderstanding things, but I'm actually serious here. After all, I still don't know what exactly we're at right now.
歩む、現状を把握し、対応を決めた点は褒めてやろう。
Hooray? It may be rude, but I feel like I've got to make sure.
それをはっきりと口にするのはマイナスだな。もしも本当にお前が考えたような相手なら、強硬な手段に出る可能性もあったぞ。
Ack. She's right at that. I'm embarrassed at my own carelessness, but Captain Nizel and his crew don't seem to mind.
理由か。そうだな。話さぬわけにはいくまい。とはいえ、予想はすでについているかもしれないが。
That's... Nizel glances at Yumina. That's right, I have my suspicions.
我々は戦力として彼女、緑下ユミナの力を欲している。
And what are we fighting? You don't beat around the bush. Yumina is just an academy student, and you want her to fight? I don't know what they want her to fight against, but it's clear as day that whatever it is, it's dangerous. Considering what we went through with Kurakawa, this fight can't be anything easy.
思ったよりも理解が早いな。もう少し混乱するものと思ったが。
There's no point in getting disturbed. I need to be calm now of all times. It's difficult, but I force myself to keep calm.
生徒会対戦で勝ったから戦力として欲しいっていうのは分かったんだけど、そもそも何と戦うの？
異空体と呼ばれる敵だ。
Uh-huh.
異空体？
Yumina looks nonplussed. She glances over at me. How would I know?
やっぱりそう？
Well, at least Yumina hasn't changed.
当たり前だ。その説明を聞くためにこうしているわけだからな。
それもそうね。
Like Yumina, I is listening with an intent expression on her face. I feel a distance between us. It must be because I consider her a comrade.
我々銀河連邦と異空体との遭遇は地球時間で約30年前のことだ。そしてその時から戦闘状態が途切れることなく続いている。一応活動の少ない時期はあったが、それでも戦いがなくなったわけではない。
その異空体ってどんなやつなの？もっと別な感じの宇宙人とか？
あれは人類などではないな。
Well, you're not exactly human yourself.
ああ、見た目で言うなら化け物だな。でも、それより恐ろしいのは、どうやってもコミュニケーションが成立しないことか。
So you've tried to negotiate.
なるべくなら戦闘は避けたいですから。ですけど、それも無駄に終わりました。
どんな方法を試しても戦闘を終わらせる糸口は見つからなかった。
それでずっと戦ってるってわけね。
はい、悲しいお話ですけど。
異空体の生態や目的など何も分かっていないに等しい。せいぜい戦闘能力が抜きん出ているということくらいだな。
通常兵器はほとんど効果がない。無傷というわけではないけど、とてもじゃないが相手の数に対抗できやしないのさ。
And that's why you need Yumina's power.
ああ、そうだ。でももう一つ理由がある。というか、人海戦術のための戦力ならわざわざ選抜する必要がない。
道理だな。
通常兵器の効かない異空体に唯一有効な攻撃を加える方法がある。それがイシリアル能力を使用することだ。
イシリアル？それって？
Well, yeah, she still hasn't learned all of this stuff, has she? So that's what the Student Council War is about. The Student Council War was fought using a machine called the Ethereal system. So basically, that fight was all about seeing who could make use of that system the best.
優秀なイシリアル能力者としてぜひとも君たちの力を我が船に、いや、
Wait, but
銀河連邦に貸してほしい。
Hazel, shut up! I'm trying to talk. Didn't Naruto win the thing last time though? Why wasn't she chosen in the thing? That's what I want to know. And by you mean me and Kirara as well.
君たち論絶部のメンバー全員が優秀なイシリアル能力者だということはすでに報告を受けている。
What about everyone else though that we left behind? The more I hear, the more I understand how precarious our position is. We're being made to fight more or less by force, and we can't escape because there's nothing but space all around us.
ところでそんなにずっと戦っててまだ決着がつかないの？
Good point. 30 years is a long time.
当初は圧倒的に異空体が優勢だった。そこから盛り返したのは我が軍に強力なイシリアル能力者がいたおかげだ。
And I wonder who that was. Strong Ethereal.
名前はカラレス。英雄と呼ばれたイシリアル能力者だ。カラレスについては俺なんかよりもそっちのが詳しいだろ。
え？
そっちって。
お前たちは愛って呼んでたな。確か カラレスと同じアルゴタの出身だよな。
カラレスが活躍したのは大戦と呼ばれる十数年前の異空隊との大きな戦いでのこと。宇宙最強のイシリアル能力者として多数の異空隊を倒し味方を救った。
その戦いで向こうもこっちも大きな被害を出して小康状態になったままで今に至るってわけだ。
すごい人がいたのね。でもそれならわざわざ私みたいなのを戦力にしなくても。
Yumina, he's probably dead.
カラレスはもういない。命がけで戦って宇宙を救ったからこその英雄だから。
And there we go.
そうなんだ。
死亡確認なんかされてないから記録上は行方不明ではあるけどな。
Spartans never die. They're only missing in action. Everyone talked about him in past tense, so I kind of saw it coming, but he seems to be a casualty. Since he went missing in action after a battle like that, there's no way he's still alive. Plot twist, he's the final boss. No, actually, he wouldn't be the final boss. He'd be the second to final. Or the third to final. He'd be in the last 4 final bosses, somewhere in there, but not the final one.
実は最後の戦いにおいてカラレスさんがどう戦ったかは記録に残っていません。ただ大きく戦局を動かし得る人物はカラレスさんしかいなかったと言われています。
カラレスは大した男だった。だが戦ったのは彼ばかりでもないのだがな。
Oh my god, I really need to stop accidentally clicking that. He closes his eyes as he says that. It seems his muttered statement wasn't directed at us.
現状の戦況はまだ小康状態を保っていると見ていいのか。
そう思ってもらっても構わん。
I have a question. I'll wait until I have everyone's attention, then ask a question I've been meaning to ask. Why'd you take the winner of only this student council war onto your ship? There we go! Thank you, Ayumu.
今回に限ってってどういうこと？
The last winner of the student council war, Naota, remained at the academy like you'd expect her to. Unless the Naota we know is an imposter.
そっか、そうよね。
ここ最近の話になるが、異空隊の動きが多少活発になってきている。先ほど言ったように、まだ小康状態の範疇ではあるが、いつまで続くかはわからん。
つまり小康状態だったのが変わろうとしているということか。
そういうこと。だからこのタイミングで起きた生徒会大戦を利用して選抜することにした。私はそれを見極めるために神武学園にやってきた。
Was it okay for you to help us out like that?
他の候補と違って論絶部にはまともなイシリアル能力者が少なかったから戦力を調整する意味もあった。
できるだけ条件を合わせた上で候補者の能力を測ろうとしたわけだな。
そういうこと。
このような形になった比例は詫びるしかない。だが全宇宙のために新たな戦力が必要だということは分かってほしい。
そう言われちゃったらなんか仕方がないかなって気になるわね。でも無理やりだったことはやっぱり怒ってるんだからね。
Yumina doesn't look half as angry as she's trying to sound. She's as considerate of others as always, I guess. But never mind, Yumina. I've gotten a better understanding of the situation I'm in from this conversation. Still, there are some things I'm still worried about, like the fact that most people on Earth have no idea all this is going on. Also, something about Kirara's attitude seems a little off. Normally speaking, Kirara would take the initiative with asking questions in a case like this. But she's hardly saying a word, which makes me feel uneasy.
どうした歩夢。
They've been spending way too much time together. Nothing. She noticed me glancing at her, which is normal for her. But I wonder if she's still hiding something. I look in front of me again, then I notice that Easel is giving Kirara a complicated look. But it lasts only a fraction of a second.
どうかこのままゼーレルムにとどまって 我々に協力してほしい。
So you want us to be soldiers?
いきなり言われても。
Yumina is hesitant, but it's not like we have much of a choice. Even if we refused and Captain Easel allowed us to leave, Kurakawa would just deliver us right back. There's no way we'd be able to hide from Kurakawa on Earth.
悩むのは当然だろう。我々としても、いや、知ったようなことを言える立場でもないか。
せめて男ならまだこっちの罪悪感も薄かったんだろうけどな。
You're pretty selfish.
女の子を戦いに巻き込むのが嫌だってのはわかるだろ。お前も男なんだ。
Zieta flashes me a grin. I don't read any malice in that smile. He doesn't seem to be a bad person.
他の方もどうか協力してほしい。
どうする歩？
Sure, why not? I don't like fighting a fight I don't really understand.
じゃあ船を降りるか？
No, at least not yet. If my comrades choose to fight, then I will fight as well. But only to protect them. I have no more reason than that.
なるほどな。俺としちゃお前みたいな骨のありそうなやつは歓迎だ。
じゃあ、私は、
Yumina folds her arms and things. But she doesn't come up with an answer right away.
どうしよう。
For some reason, I suddenly feel like watching Neon Genesis Evangelion. I haven't watched that yet.
いきなり決められないというのなら、しばらく同情して我々のことを見てもらうというのはどうかね？
先延ばしにしちゃっても大丈夫なの？
戦艦に乗っているのだから危険はある。それと最低限のテストには協力してもらうことになると思うが。
What's it going to be, Yumina?
そうね。いきなり戦うかなんて決められないけど、みんなが危ないっていうのも嘘じゃないだろうし。私はしばらく見させてもらおうかなって思うけど。
Yumina looks at Kirara, who heaves a bothered sigh.
仕方ない。私も付き合うとしよう。まさか部員だけを残していくわけにもいかないしな。
じゃあ、決まりね。
I'll be here as long as you are.
別名があるまでは私もそうする。
じゃあ、論説部は全員残るのね。はあ、一人にならないでよかった。
I think everyone would be very worried if we left you alone.
これからよろしくお願いしますね。
はい、こちらこそ。
後で俺たちの訓練を見学させてやるよ。参加してくれても構わないけどな。
Yeah, I might do just that if I feel like it. I don't know what's going to happen later on, but it seems a good idea to at least get some training. Zieta doesn't know what I'm thinking, but he seems satisfied.
それでは他のクルーを紹介しますね。まずは
Uh-huh. Fellow starts introducing us to the crew. Seems to me like I might be stuck here in space for a long time. Yep. Well, that was a half hour. So that means this part is done. And I don't wanna what was it? I don't know. Anyways, I'm stopping this part. Yes, as I said multiple times, these get interesting. I am very interested to know whether or not there's going to be a new area map. I still got like an hour before I have to, until I get to the time where I should be going to sleep so I get my 8 hours. So, I think I'm going to keep going, and there's going to be there's going to be so many parts that I have to upload that I may even do 2 per day. Maybe. Just so that I don't get so much of a backlog that, you know, like, with you guys commenting, stuff that I might need to know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay. I make no promises that I'll ever stop playing, though. I'm actually kind of concerned. Just a little bit. Anyways, see you in the next part. Bye.